name is Summer, and this is a reading on what is the current gossip about you. We're going to get some information and see what people are currently saying about you. I'm going to try to see if we can get an idea of who it is that's talking about you as well. So we're going to have 4 piles to choose from. The first one is Truth. These cards all came out randomly, by the way, for each pile. Pile 2 is Beauty. Pile 3 is Spirit Guide. And pile 4 is Good Luck. I'm gonna have another screen where you can see the cards all together and make your pile selection if you would like to do it that way. But other than that, I hope you enjoy the video and I will see you at your pile. Feel free to choose more than one if you wish. Hi, pile 1. You guys chose this Truth card. Here's a close up. So we're gonna see what the current gossip on you is. So we already got Truth here. So, okay. I have a bunch of oracles here, a bunch of different tarot decks. I'm just gonna kind of reach for whatever feels right for each pile. So we're gonna start with the Energy Oracle deck, and let's take a look. So the current gossip about you, journey and hostilities. Okay, Truth, journey, hostilities. So maybe some truths are coming out about you and about the journey that you're on and that you've been taking. There's some hostilities, so there might be some people feeling some type of way about the path that you're taking. Let's get some more. I'm gonna take that card out because it's kind of messed up. Okay, let's pull a few more. This is getting interesting already. Financial constraints. Okay. Current gossip about you. Let me choose a couple more so we can get a full picture. Envy. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, so I'm already getting, wow, all tied up. So there's some people, whoever it is that's talking about you, I feel like they're the ones in this negative energy. I feel like with you, you're kind of just focusing on yourself right now. You're focusing on your path and your own journey. And I think maybe you've had to kind of, maybe that has led you to having to speak some truths recently to people, or maybe just by nature of how you're acting or changes that you have made in your life, or you stepping more into your authentic power, it's causing people to talk, and it's like light is being shed on maybe some mistruths that people were able to kind of perpetuate about you in the past. Because I really feel like this is kind of reminds me of just someone that's getting a clearer vision of their future and the path that they want to walk. And you know, there's like a crossroads here, there's different ways you can go. And so you have been evaluating the kind of path that you want to move towards in your future. And people are feeling negative about it. So I think that you have, and he has a sword here. So this even could be you, this figure here with the sword. I feel like you've had to speak up and speak truths and like correct some negative or like misinformation about you. So maybe you didn't, if you didn't do that directly, maybe you did. Maybe you had to like speak to people and actually say things and set things straight. But you also might just be minding your own business and just kind of letting your actions speak for themselves, and people are feeling negative about that. But with this financial constraints and this envy card, I think that people are feeling like you are moving towards some form of abundance or prosperity or success for yourself, and I think they're talking about that. Maybe in your past you have faced some financial constraints, and maybe I feel like you are moving along a path to greater success and prosperity for yourself, and people are seeing that. And whether you feel like you've already kind of reached a level of success or not, maybe you're just actively working towards that. People can see that, and there's some envy about it. People may be thinking about or like comparing themselves to you with how they feel like they're in a sense of lack. And I feel like, because this is like, you know, it's nice and gold and sunny here and prosperous looking, and this person is in like a dungeon. They're like in a lot of darkness, and they're looking out with envy and all tied up. So this could go many different ways. Let's take a look at more. Wow, so many kind of like negative cards. After this one journey card, I really feel like you may have had to cut some people off, and just had to start going in a different direction. And this bridge is looking a little like rickety to me too. You know, it may not be an easy or straightforward path. It may have been taking some like risk, or taking like a chance on your part, but you're willing to do that and put in that work anyway. And that's the difference between you and I think these other people. I think these other people they're kind of stagnant or stuck in their situation, in their lack mentality. And they're looking at you with envy. And if they feel like, you know, their cupboards are empty here, it's because they have been okay with staying in a stagnant situation, all tied up. And you are moving, you are actually taking action to better your life and move towards your goals and dreams, while these other people, whoever it is that's gossiping about you, is staying stagnant or stuck in their situation. But it's a choice, you know? So they're feeling envious about that, and they're projecting that onto you instead of looking at you as an inspiration, which they could be doing, because everybody can take steps to better their lives. They're choosing to just kind of stay in a lower vibration and stay in that envious lack energy. But the truth, I mean, truth is here. So the truth about the matter, about the situation, is coming out. Ooh, so let's pull some tarot and see what is the gossip about you. The moon. Ooh, wow, the High Priestess, Page of Swords, and the Four of Swords. So I think that you probably went quiet on a lot of people, and I think that you have taken, we also have the Four of Swords here. So we got the Moon, the High Priestess, the Page of Swords, and the Four of Swords here. And I feel like you have probably recently, maybe you're currently still in the energy of taking a lot of time to yourself, to rest and kind of reflect on your life and the direction that you want to go. And you've been digging deep into your own subconscious and reaching a greater sense of like a greater strength of your own intuition. And I think people are talking about that. There's an elusive quality to you. I think a lot of people are looking at you. there's a sense of mystery around you, especially with these two cards. These both remind me of like Cancer energy and just water energy in general, because the High Priestess, I believe is the High Priestess Cancer? I believe it is. And I know the moon is Pisces in tarot, but obviously we know the moon is the ruler of Cancer in astrology. So there's a very watery energy to you. People are seeing you as someone that's very in touch with spirit and with your intuition, and you take action, you take inspired action, and you allow your intuition to come in and guide your actions. And I think you've been not really talking to a lot of people lately, so there's been room for people to kind of create their own narrative and project things onto you. And I think that, we're picking up on some more negative energy, people that are operating from lack mentality. So I think the gossip is about how you haven't really been around much lately, about how I think people are talking about they don't really understand what it is the actions that you're taking and the direction and the path that you're taking, and they may be spewing some negativity onto that with this hostilities. I want to get a little bit more specific about what it is they may be saying about you. So I'm going to pull from this Situations Oracle deck. I think that you're definitely not really present as much. Whoever this group of people that are gossiping and having this like negative energy towards you, you're probably not really in contact with these people, or you have kind of diminished on the time that you spend with them and the amount that you're around them. And so people are projecting negativity onto you, and it's coming from a place of envy and jealousy. Let me see. Okay, so we got recalling, reminiscing, memories, and returning. So there's also people thinking about past memories with you, commitment, long-term relationship. So this may be different from, this could have been someone that you were in a long-term relationship with. Or there could be someone that you were in a long-term relationship also talking about you. Grip, anchor, chains weighed down. But this also could indicate people that you've just known for a long time, groups of friends or family or something like that. I feel like there's people that are kind of like feeling haunted by the memory of you. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting here. We also got obsession, must have indulgence, kind of reminds me of like some devil energy, I think, and waves, emotions coming and going. There's people from the past. I feel like there's a group of people talking about you. Like I said, could be family or friends, but I also feel like there could be, for some of you guys, this could be like also a past like long-term romantic relationship that you were in, and someone that's still obsessively thinking about you. But whether it's the group of people or romantic relationship or both or all of the above, there are people that are really obsessively thinking about you and like memories with you from the past. And I think there are people that are feeling, they're feeling weighed down by these memories, and however the relationship kind of went wrong or whatever made you begin to distance yourself from people, end relationships, or just move away and kind of like stop talking to people as much. Because I very much see you as stepping more into your truth and your authenticity, and that's become clear with the actions that you've taken, with the way you speak. There's more of a higher sense of maturity now than when you were more directly involved with these people. And it's like you have been doing the work to raise your frequency and to step into your authenticity in a greater way. And instead of these people kind of like wanting to use that as inspiration, like I was saying, or wanting to follow suit or take a look at themselves, they're choosing to stay in a hostile energy. They're choosing to stay in lack mentality and project negativity onto you when they talk about you and like gossip about you. It's just a lot of like just jealousy. And I think people are obsessed with you and the progress that you're making in your life and with the trajectory that your life is going on to. I think people are trying to cast negativity on it, and whether they're talking directly about your success or not, I think a lot of people that we're talking about here that are saying negative things about you, it may be kind of more of like a secret obsession that they have, and it could be like one or two or more, just depending on your situation. One or two people that are in this incredibly low vibration and they're trying to talk to other people about it. But I think there are people that are recalling more positive memories about you. So I do feel the energy that a lot of the people that these more negative energies are talking to, there are people that have a higher view of you and that are thinking more about positive things about you rather than trying to focus on whatever negativity this person is throwing against you. Hopefully that all kind of made sense. But there's some people that are just haunted by you, and those are the ones that are saying negative things about you. They're in their own negative vibration. They're in this energy of competition as well. And I feel like it's a very one-sided competition because you are someone that is walking on your own path, like confidently and like securely. You don't need to be drawn into these people's gossip and drama. But there are people, if you have been wondering if people are saying negative things about you behind your back, there are definitely people that are still and currently in a negative energy towards you, and it's a lot of projection, it's a lot of envy, because people are staying stuck in a lack mentality and not willing to do the work to improve their lives the way that you are. So yeah, so that's your reading, pile one. Definitely feel free to check out other piles if you'd like. There may be some more positive things and other ones, or just kind of different energies that may come up. We will see. Thank you so much, pile one, and I will see you later. Hi, pile two. This is your reading on what is the current gossip about you. We got this beauty card, which I love. So let's see what the current gossip about you is. We're going to, I have a bunch of random decks here. We're going to pull from this energy deck, oracle cards, and let's get some information on what is the current gossip about you. First chakra, Archangel Michael. Okay. Journey. This card came up in pile one as well. Journey. And this is the first chakra card. So all of the chakra cards in this deck are also correlated with an archangel. This one is Archangel Michael. So the root chakra is about, you know, our sense of stability, our foundation, our sense of security. It's a very earthy energy to me. Journey. And we got the sixth chakra, Archangel Metatron. Okay. So I'm feeling like a lot of you, for your journey, people are talking about the journey that you've been on to change your life. I think that you are doing a lot of internal work right now. That's what I feel like. I feel like you have been transforming and walking away from things or ways of living that maybe brought you a sense of security, or you're kind of like walking away from old structures in your life, an old sense of foundation that you had, and you are moving towards living a life that's more in line with your spiritual senses, with your intuition, instead of doing things just for the sake of having a sense of security or a sense of stability. For example, like staying in a job that is not fulfilling for you, that is draining your energy, but maybe it pays well, or at least it just pays the bills. You kind of have remained in that energy for some time, but maybe it wasn't satisfying you or fulfilling you. And maybe, I think a lot of you have been on a more spiritual journey, a more spiritual path. So instead of just living and operating out of survival mode, you have decided to make tangible changes in your life that are more reflective of a higher spiritual sense. You're creating more of a spiritual foundation for yourself. And I think for a lot of you, that maybe that could have been a career change. But we also have man holding a coin. So if it was a career change, or even if it wasn't, even if it was just kind of some other changes that you were making, I definitely see that you have been changing the foundation of your life. Though with this journey, you've been actually making actions instead of staying stagnant in an unhappy or unfulfilling situation because it was just what you were used to and what you know, which a lot of people do. Unfortunately, a lot of people stay stuck and stagnant because they're afraid of making changes. You have actually brought it upon yourself to start making moves and taking actions in different directions that are going to be more satisfying and fulfilling for you and more enriching for you in a spiritual sense. You're coming more into alignment with a higher mission and a higher purpose. You're no longer, people are talking about this is the gossip about you. You are no longer willing to compromise your higher sense of fulfillment in order to just stay safe. You're not operating from that sense of safety and a false sense of security in a lot of ways too. People get stuck because they're afraid of taking risks. For you, I feel like people are talking about how these changes you're making are paying off for you in some way with this man holding a coin here. They're seeing you take more control of your life, but you acting from your higher truth and your higher sense of integrity is actually leading to a greater sense of material security as well. The sun and woman holding a heart. Yeah, you're stepping more into your authentic self. You are making a conscious choice to act out of a higher vibration and to like raise your frequency up. And I really feel like a lot of you are on a spiritual path right now. A lot of you have had a spiritual awakening recently where I think it just came to light how unhappy you were. You started realizing how unhappy and unfulfilled you were in an old mode of thinking and an old way of living. So you have been consciously making choices to better yourself. There's also a sense of you working on yourself, your health. We got beauty here, and we also got the sun. So there is like some Leo energy here. I think that you are shining more brightly too. I think that the spiritual work that you have been doing internally is beginning or has been reflecting on your external beauty. And people can also sense that greater sense of inner beauty that you have and that you've been cultivating, but it's definitely reflecting outwardly as well. And I think it's clear for people to see. I think that you are carrying yourself more confidently as well. I feel like your sense of fashion choices or the way you dress or present yourself, the way you put yourself together is also changing. And I think people are talking about the physical changes as well that they have been noticing in you. So this is definitely, I'm thinking like a little bit more positive talk than pile one. That wasn't had a lot of kind of like people saying negative things about you and your changes, or sorry, whoever watched pile one. it was more negative talk about the changes that they've been making, because pile 1 was also on a journey. You're also on this journey, so you could resonate definitely with both piles, but this is kind of like the more positive side of that same energy. Woman holding a heart, you're stepping more in line with your inner truths, and you're acting from a greater sense of empathy as well towards other people, because you have more empathy for yourself now. You are stepping into greater alignment with your own enrichment, with your own heart, with your own I feel like Mercury retrograde, this is Mercury retrograde when I'm posting this video. It is really affecting me, so I'm sorry. I'm having a harder time articulating things during this time, but I'm trying my best. Let's pull some tarot now, pile 2. There's just a greater sense of just inner and outer beauty that's radiating from you guys, and people are talking about that. It's really a lovely energy, especially with this sun here too. And this sun card has a cup in it as well. So, which of course the cups in tarot symbolism represent water, represent emotions. There's a sense of fondness amongst the people that are gossiping. Does gossip always have to be negative? Not really, right? There could be positive talk too. I know gossip has a negative connotation, and maybe it does simply have a negative meaning to that word, but I think that this feels like more positive energy. So whoever's saying these things for you, pile 2, they're speaking about it in a more positive sense for sure. I think people are talking about the recognition that you're getting. I think people are talking about how they notice the attention that you're getting from other people too. And I think it has a lot to do with how your beauty has been growing. I think that you have gone through a big transformation externally, and like with how you present yourself and how you look. And I think that you're getting a lot of attention for it. Maybe you get approached more in public. And whoever's talking here, maybe it's people that you spend time with or hang out with or like go out in public with, and they're noticing that you're getting more attention from strangers, or maybe you're getting more attention on social media, or people are just talking about your glow up, but you're getting some recognition for that. I think that with this card, we got the Knight of Pentacles, and with that man holding a coin and the journey, I think people are also talking about the success that you're making in your career, or if you're someone that's working on a skill or something that you're interested in. And like I was talking about, you're moving away from this sense of security, or like whatever foundation you had in your life previously. I really think for a lot of you, you have left a career or a job that was not very fulfilling for you. And a lot of you have, maybe some of you have decided to further your education. Maybe some of you are going to school and pursuing a new skill, or maybe if you're not going to school, maybe you're just learning something on your own, but you are actively working and taking steps to come into alignment with your higher mission and your higher purpose. And I think for a lot of you, that's going to be related to your career and your career path. And people are noticing that you are in the place of wanting to work towards a greater sense of security and fulfillment. That's not just you operating out of survival mode or doing something because you need to do it to survive. You actually are taking the steps to create a more fulfilling career or more fulfilling venture for yourself. And it's either already paying off, or people are talking about how they can see the potential for you and for your venture to pay off. They see you as someone that, I think there's an earthy energy to you. You may be an earth sign, or you may just be operating from a more earthy energy. It could also be just getting older and maturing and just kind of realizing that you are not happy in whatever you were doing in the past for your security and your stability. Like you were not happy in whatever those situations were. And we have the Eight of Cups here too. It could even be you having to walk away from other people in your lives too. If the career part doesn't resonate with you, or maybe it does for some people, but maybe you also had to walk away from certain people too, because there's an emotional quality, there's a sentimentality quality to the Eight of Cups, like walking away from something. I think it was difficult for you to walk away from the job, the career, the group of people. It was, there was a painful part to you having to walk away from whatever you had to leave behind, but you were willing to do that because you have a vision of a greater future for yourself, of more, greater sense of security that brings you financial success, but also emotional success, or emotional fulfillment that's more in alignment with your spiritual path as well. You're trying to bring in all the 4 pillars of happiness and health, which is the earthy stability part of it, as well as like, the inspiration and something that lights your fire with that fire element, and something that is more emotionally fulfilling for you. And and then the mental is the other pillar here, but you're trying to come into alignment and in balance with every part of yourself, and not just do something that's like, I'm really getting a career sense. You're not willing to just do something to pay the bills if it's not stimulating you in other ways. You're not willing to stay even in groups of people if they're not helping you foster that sense of ambition towards greater things in your future. Like you're not going to stay stuck or stagnant. And if anyone is in that energy, I think that they know that you are in a different place now, and you are looking towards your 10 of Pentacles. You're looking towards your long-term success and long-term fulfillment, and you're working on creating an empire for yourself. So this is the gossip about you. I would say it's definitely coming from a more positive perspective here. This is positive talk about you guys. People are noticing your glow up. They're noticing how beautiful you look on the outside. But I think, this is talk amongst people that probably know you pretty well and know the journey that you've been on and have been able to witness it. They could sense this higher sense of maturity too, and you're creating a longer path or a long-term vision of success for yourself. And I think people really see you as, they see that you're going to be successful and that you're going to go the distance, and that people really trust and believe that you are going to find your 10 of Pentacles. So this is nice and lovely and positive. So thank you so much, pile 2. Feel free to check out another pile if another one calls out to you. Thank you so much. Hi, pile 3. You guys chose the spirit guide. So this is going to be the current gossip about you. So this could come out positive or negative, or somewhere in the middle. So I feel like the pile 1 and 2, one was positive and one was of more negative. So could go either way. So let's see pile 1. Okay, so right away we got spirit guide. We got happy family. I'm choosing cards from this energy oracle deck. Happy family, beautiful card. So let's see what else. Let's grab a few more. Attachment, patience, magician, and the mirror. All right, let's see. Happy family, attachment, patience, magician, and the mirror. I feel like people are talking about how, I think a lot of you are looking for your perfect match or your soulmate energy. I think a lot of you are wanting to manifest or create a family, like a nice, happy family for yourself. And I feel like this is an energy maybe that you've been in for a while. And I think people see you as someone that's not willing to settle for less than what you deserve when it comes to a partner and your vision of what a happy family looks like for you. I think, you know, a lot of people, especially as we get older, a lot of people kind of just settle into relationships and maybe build families with someone that they're not fully happy with or satisfied or fulfilled with. It's interesting that this is what's coming to me, very different from piles 1 or 2. But I think that you're someone that's not willing to settle for a nice facade. You want actual fulfillment in your relationship. You want an actual fulfilling sense of family and love, and you're looking for your divine counterpart to create a family with. And if you already have children, it's the same thing. You want to create a better life for your children. I think a lot of you are either single. I think a lot of you are single and you're dating right now. You're looking for something that's serious, something that's going to go the distance, something that's going to create actual emotional fulfillment for you and for your children. If you already have children, or if you don't have children yet, you may be looking for your divine counterpart that you can have children with. And a lot of you have been waiting patiently and you're not willing to settle for that. And I think a lot of you are actively working on manifesting that. So obviously this pile is not going to resonate with everybody, but you will know if this resonates with you, because this is what people are talking about. So this may be a group of friends that you have, or maybe people in your family that are discussing this, but they know that this is a priority of yours, but you're not willing to settle for less than what it is that you deserve. And with the spirit guide too, I really feel like you are searching for your divine counterpart. You are searching for something serious, and like I said, something that's going to go the distance. And I think that you are allowing spirit to guide you in that right direction, and you may be actively manifesting that, whether consciously or maybe you're just speaking it into existence with the way you're speaking about it. But I see kind of like an optimism here that you have, that you're going to create this happy family for yourself. Let's see. Interesting. 10 of Swords. So this is the gossip about you. Okay, so like I was picking up on, I think there may be some of you that have been married in the past, or have been in a long-term relationship in the past, or maybe even a string of relationships. And like I said, I feel like some of you have children. Some of you may already have a family with someone. But I think regardless of whether you have children or not, whether you were married or not, I think a lot of you faced a really disappointing, had a really disappointing relationship in the past. And it left you depleted, left you feeling depleted, and maybe kind of hopeless for a while that you were going to find your person. Because I think a lot of you were in a relationship where you felt like you had found your person and it didn't work out, and it left you feeling unfulfilled, and you had to leave the situation because you were feeling depleted. Maybe for some of you, it's been kind of like multiple, like a string of relationships that have not gone well. And I think a lot of you maybe, there may have been moments of feeling a little bit hopeless about it, but I feel an overall optimism from you guys. Like you had to leave a situation, whatever this was, whatever ended here, you knew that you had to like let that situation go and just let that conclude. Whether you got the closure you wanted or needed or not, like it was just, when it was done, like you knew it was done. But I do feel like a lot of you have let go of that attachment to the situation already, and you're feeling optimistic about a brighter future, and you're willing to be patient to get that, but you are actively working on manifesting that. And people are talking about that. So like I said, this is people that have awareness of this past relationship or your kind of like love life or dating history. This is people talking about that. So it's most likely people that are part of your inner circle in some way, family, friends, things like that. The Fool. So we have a new beginning here. So maybe some of you are in a promising new relationship already, or there's something or someone you already have your eye on. And I think maybe you've talked about that with people, and they're talking about that. Or they're talking about how you're just kind of, look at how this is the Fool. She's waiting here at the bus stop, and there's like Hollywood in the background. This is my, it's some sort of Hollywood deck, old Hollywood kind of style. So that's why, that's the theme of this deck. But she's kind of there waiting for the bus stop. And look she has this smile on her face. And she has, her backpack. She's ready. She's looking good. She knows that she's on to bigger and brighter things, and she's very optimistic about it. She's very happy about it. Like I said, I feel this optimistic energy from you guys. And I think that whoever's talking about this, they're talking about it in a positive way. I think that, this is probably family or friends or people that think highly of you and look fondly on you, and they want to see you succeed. And I think people are talking about how they're also hopeful for you to find what you're looking for. This is very specific. The Tower. Okay. I'm pulling. Ooh. Goodness. Always dropping cards. Okay. So we got the Tower, we got the Six of Wands, Six of Pentacles, Hierophant, and the Seven of Pentacles. So it's funny, before I even started filming this reading, a little bit before that, for some reason I was thinking about the comedy and tragedy masks. I wasn't even thinking about how it's on this card, but I was thinking about like the comedy and tragedy masks. And I was thinking about like how I personally feel like my life is like the comedy and like tragedy. Like it feels like that sometimes. It's like there's these big kind of ups and downs with things like feeling so comedic but also like tragic at the same time. And like, I don't know, so random. But I feel like for you guys, people are talking about how you've had a lot of ups and downs in your love life, in your romantic life, and just in your life in general. And you've had a lot of Tower moments and you've had a lot of shakeups, but you have like allowed that to fuel you and your success. You have not let that like dampen your mood, like your optimistic nature and spirit. You have not let that keep you down. And I think people are talking about your resilience here. I talk about Leo energy a lot. Sorry, it's Leo season 2. I'm a Leo moon. You know how Leo is. But I'm definitely getting like a Leo-y energy, especially with the Six of Wands here. And just that you have such a confidence about you, and people just can see the resilience that you have and the courage and bravery that you have to like keep going no matter what gets thrown at you, no matter how many Tower moments you have. If this is about relationships like we've been talking about, no matter how many kind of like relationships that didn't work out, it's like you use that to fuel your success, and you use that to fuel your confidence. It's like each breakup or ending that you have, and even if you just had one big ending of a relationship, you have allowed that experience and the time to heal from that. You've allowed it to also fuel your glow up too. Like you are looking good, you are putting more effort into your appearance as well. You've put a lot of self-love back into yourself after this situation. You had to take back a lot of your energy, and you're using it to put more into yourself, and it's beginning to show externally too in how you look and in the success that people are talking about your success too. Like, I think you're working on other things. You're not just focused on love. That's what's coming up here, because people are talking about that, but that's not your only focus. It's not, you're also focusing on bettering yourself and finding success in other ways as well. You're working on finding balance in yourself, but you're also, like I said, you're not willing to settle. So when you date or when you're thinking about who your ideal partner is, you are working on manifesting an equal give and take relationship, because whatever relationships you were in the past, whatever relationship, if it was one big relationship you were in, you didn't feel like there was an equal give and take. And I think that's what people are talking about. You're looking for that higher divine union with this Hierophant card. You're looking for, and with the spirit guide, there's a spiritual sense here. So some of you may have a strong spiritual nature to you. And people are talking about that. You're not willing to settle for something that's kind of like lower vibrational, or that's going, you're not, I think that you're at the point where you never want to have to deal with that again. So I think that you are willing to be patient and wait. When you notice the red flags pop up, if you're actively dating or talking to people, like, you are willing to go in a new direction because you have a vision of what it is that you want. And people are talking about that. You're very serious about it too. And I think that you are willing to be patient and allow things to come into place. And you're allowing the divine to bring your counterpart to you in divine timing. People are talking about that. And you're, in the meantime, you're doing the work to better yourself, putting work into your career or your ventures, whatever it is you're passionate about. You're putting in the work for self-improvement. And I feel like whoever's talking about this, they do feel like it's going to pay off for you. And they're also noticing your physical glow up too, maybe a connection to pile 2, because we did talk about that with their beauty card. But yeah, this is another more positive one, which I'm happy about that. So good luck to you guys, pile 3. I'm sorry if I was saying pile 2, did I? This is pile 3. Yeah, good luck to you guys, and this is definitely positive. I love that energy for you. So thank you guys. Feel free to check out another pile if another one calls out to you, and I will see you later. Hi, pile 4. You guys chose this good luck card. I love this card. Reminds me of the goddess Bastet, who is a black cat. That is her symbol, her emblem. Good luck. And I also love this card because there's like a pot of gold here, and there's a little tiny leprechaun right here. Very lovely. Kind of like a random image, but I love it. So you guys chose good luck. We are going to see what the current gossip about you. It's been a little bit of a mixed bag. We had 2 positive readings and like 1 that was definitely more negative. So we'll see what comes out for you guys. The Temple Path. Lovely. Okay. So it kind of reminds me of pile 1 and 2. And interestingly, this is number 12, 1 and 2. So those piles may resonate with you. They had the Journey card, but you guys got the Temple Path, which I see similarly. But this is even more, I think people are talking about how you are, oh my goodness. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I thought I messed something up. Thank goodness. Mercury retrograde, I was telling you, another pile is really getting me, you guys. Woo. Okay, so the Temple Path. People are seeing you rising and ascending in your consciousness. They see you coming into alignment with your higher path. And whatever this gossip is, or like people that are talking about you, it's people that are seeing you in a high light. They're seeing you as someone that has a lot of luck too. Someone that's coming into a lot of success. And I really have to point out how these cards have just such similar colors. They both have these beautiful like greens and gold colors, and just like the dark colors as well. Just, I love this. This is beautiful. You're on a path to success, and people are talking about that. Look at right here. We have this man holding a coin. People are talking about the success that you're walking into. So I definitely, so far, this is positive talk about you. This could be family or friends or people that see the path and the journey that you're taking right now. People see you as this like happy-go-lucky person. I'm detecting like some fire energy here. Okay, well, as soon as I said that, I had a feeling this would be kind of more of a mixed pile here, like a mixed things that people are saying, because we got the deceit and the door to value. And look at that, just like the other card, this has similarities with the red, and he has like these coins here. The value, we have coins and money. I think that there are some people trying to cast doubt on the way that you are coming into abundance and the way that you are coming into your success and prosperity. Because I think people are, there's like a tangible quality to you. You are someone that has come into more money lately, or maybe, maybe you've been promoted in your career. Maybe you're an entrepreneur and there's really like no cap on your success. So you've been climbing to greater times of success and prosperity for yourself. And I think people are seeing that. And I think that there are some people that are gossiping about you in a negative way. Definitely, I see that with this deceit card. And I think that there's at least one person. It could just be one very negative person, especially with this card that's giving me. It could be like the overall consensus about you is positivity and is seeing you in that more positive light and are talking about how successful that you are becoming. But I think that there is at least one person that's trying to cast doubt on how successful you really are, or on how you are coming into your abundance and your success. And yeah, but I think that that's really more in the minority. I really feel like it's only one or maybe a couple of people that are saying these negative things about you, because I think overall people are talking about how there's an authenticity to you. There's an empathy that you have. Like, I think that you treat people well, you treat people with empathy, you treat people fairly. And so I think people notice that about you. So when this person or these people are trying to cast doubt on you and your morals and your values, I think that most other people can see through that. And I think that you have a strong character and a strong reputation as someone that likes to take the high road and someone that likes to live in integrity. And I think that your reputation is strong enough to withstand any naysayers. And so that's good. Adjacent possibilities. I think people see you as someone, so you may have multiple streams of income. I'm getting that with this adjacent possibilities. You are someone that likes to dabble into different projects. You may have different skills, and you have different doors of opportunity that open up for you because of that, because you're someone that likes to dabble in different things, and people are talking about that. It's kind of like a jack of all trades energy, but it's like you do things so well that maybe every single door isn't going to lead, to value, but you have a good, there's a good quality, there's a good sense about you being able to, even if every door isn't leading to success, you have several doors that are leading to success for you, that have led to success for you. I think a lot of you do have multiple streams of income. A lot of you do have multiple talents or skills that you actively work on. And I think for a lot of you, with this good luck, I think a lot of you are just naturally talented in many ways, which could cause envy and which could be causing or fueling, people to have a more negative view on you, because a lot of people don't see the hard work that we put into things. So even if you are a naturally gifted or talented person, you still work. You still work for what you have, and you still are willing to take risks and open different doors and see where they lead. And I think, like I was saying, I think in pile one, it's like a lot of other people don't have the capacity to take risks or try new things, so they would rather just kind of look up at you from a lower place instead of trying to better themselves. They would rather keep themselves in a lower vibration and a lack mentality and like cast negativity onto you. So I feel that's kind of the energy here. But like I said with you guys, with pile 1, it may have been more of like a larger group of people trying to say negative things. For you guys, I feel like it's really only 1 or 2 people that are kind of casting like this negativity, and I think a lot of people can see through it. Okay, so we got some similar cards to pile 3 as well, because we got the happy family and the 6th chakra. So part of your guys' success is you may have a happy family. If you are married and have kids and whatnot, I think that people are talking about or like idealizing your family situation in a way. So you may have, like I said, a spouse and kids, and you look like you have a really beautiful family. Or if not, it could just be that you have a supportive family, maybe supportive parents or siblings or things like that. You have a secure, happy family, or like, even if it's not directly family, maybe you have friends that feel like family, or maybe you have a community that feels like family to you. And I think people are talking about how you also foster a sense of family and a sense of community when you're around. 6th chakra, Mercury retrograde. People are talking about how you are connected to your intuition too. And I think with the temple path, I feel like a lot of your success is because you use your intuition. You don't just think mentally or rationally about everything. You allow your intuition to come up and like inform your decisions as well. You're allowing yourself to be led and guided on a higher path that's more fulfilling in a spiritual sense as well, and it's leading to material security for you guys. People are talking about that. So overall positive, like I said, there's a couple of people or one person that could be saying negative things to you. But like I was just saying with that 6th chakra, we also have the High Priestess. So you have a high level of spiritual knowledge, and the word integrity keeps coming up. It's like you're not willing to compromise your values, and the door to value too. It's like part of this high value that you hold is your ability to tap in and use your intuition. There's a sense of deeper knowledge and wisdom to you, the world, and there's a worldly quality to you. It's like you can see things from a greater and higher perspective. A lot of it is informed by your spirituality, I think, because you can go deep. You can go deep to the depths of things, and you can access the High Priestess's wisdom, and it allows you to see through situations. It allows you, it kind of like informs your higher vision of things too. It's like you can go deep and you can equally go up as high and like see the higher perspective and see the bigger picture of things. So you have this like very well-rounded energy, or this well-rounded quality to you. It's like there are so many positive things and positive traits and like successful things about you that people are talking about. I feel like there's a mutable quality to you, I was saying as well. And I think there are people that are envious about that, because you are successful and you are you're just talented and gifted in so many ways. So people are talking about that. I just dropped a bunch of cards, but that's okay. I'm gonna pull a few more for you guys, but yeah, it was pretty straightforward. I'm gonna pull a few more. Strategy. Okay. So you're someone that also, you plan for your future. Like I said, you have a sense of the bigger picture of things. And I feel like you have a strategy. You do have a structure in the way you do things. There's a sense of discipline here too. And we got the man holding a coin. So even though you like to dabble into different projects, into different things, and maybe you're working on different skills, it's like you are strategic about things. You're not just kind of throwing your attention in any like random direction. You still, you analyze and you take what's working and you utilize that like in your tool belt, but you are also like discerning on what you're spending your time on, and you like to plan, and you have a forward moving vision here. You like to think about the long-term vision about things, and you only really want to put your time and energy and attention into things that are going to create value for you and long-term success. So people are also talking about that as well. Let's pull a couple more. Door to romance. I feel like because of your success and because of just how talented and gifted you guys are and how hardworking you are, there's so many positive qualities to you. Whether you're in a long-term relationship or not, I feel like you're someone that has a lot of romantic prospects, and you have a lot of people that eye you romantically. I said that in another pile too, can't remember which one, but I think that you're like, if you're single, you're an eligible bachelor or bachelorette. If you're already married or taken or in a serious relationship, I think that there are still people that you still get a lot of attention, maybe from strangers in public, or people that just see you in a high light. Maybe people that wish that you were single. That could come up as a topic of conversation as well. They wish you were available if you're not, you know. I'm gonna pull one more for you guys on what's the gossip. Rest and rejuvenation. So maybe people are talking about how part of why you're so successful is that you do take the time to take rest when you need to, and you don't overwork yourself. I think you do work really hard, and you do like to dabble into so many different things, but you still know how to take time to rest, to pamper yourself a little bit, to spend time with your friends and family and your loved ones, but also taking that time for solitude, especially with that High Priestess. You know how to take time to kind of like, maybe you like to meditate, maybe you like to do yoga, maybe you like to just spend time to yourself a lot and access that deeper wisdom and your intuition, which allows you to create a strategy, which allows you to also see the bigger picture. It's like all of the planning that you do, the intuiting that you do, it comes about because you allow yourself the time and like privacy and rest that you need to allow everything to come together. So that is the gossip about you, Pile 4. I really hope you enjoyed that. I hope that helped. Definitely check out another pile if you feel called to, and I will see you in another one. Thank you.